Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Agent Psycho, and we are back for the 22nd chapter for my Exploring the Arsenal series with me, Agent Psycho, aka Total Sniper 98. And this time, we're going to be taking a look at the M1911 handgun, which is the handgun that you unlock at the rank of Private First Class. Now, I do believe that I only have about 12 minutes to discuss M1911 in full detail. Because it usually takes me about 15 minutes or so to explain each starting weapon, like if I have to discuss like a family of weapons, like for example, I took like 20 minutes or something to explain like the FAMAS. When I introduced the FAMAS family, I think it was like chapter number 20 or something like that, and it took me a long time basically to cover all the aspects of the FAMAS. So unfortunately, I don't have enough gameplay in order to cover all the aspects of the M1911. So I will continue on my my explanation of the M1911's mechanics and what I feel about them, and basically entire review. Basically all the things I don't cover in this video will be covered in the next episode on the M1911 Knights, which is basically the same thing, except it's just got that a different camo. So, as you can see, I'm using the three M1911s I can easily access right now: the M1911 MEU, the Knights, and the silver variant that you can lock at some really high rank. I'm gonna have to check up on what that is later. Anyways, let's get started and cover most of what we can with the M1911 at this point. So the M1911 MEU. The first thing I want to talk about is the way that I like to classify weapons, or pistols for that matter in combat arms. So as you can see, or as you guys have seen me before talk about the K5 and the G23, the G23 and the K5 series are both what I like to call spam pistols, or spammable pistols, whatever you want to call it. Basically, they're pistols where you can fire really fast, and they have really high rate of fire. And in exchange, though, they can't really do much damage, but they're really fast rate of fire. The fact that they can be spammed as fast as you can click makes up for the fact that they are pretty weak per bullet. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, you've got the power pistols, like the Desert Eagle, the Anaconda, any revolver, or like, you know what I mean. Hopefully you guys mean what I mean. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean by power pistols, and if I can even get my words straight. I'm really trying to talk really fast right now. Anyways, then those power pistols are the exact opposite of the K5, basically the spammable pistols. They have a really slow rate of fire, but in exchange, each shot that they deliver deals an insane amount of damage compared to like the spammable pistols. Like the G23 only does like 33 damage per shot, whereas the Desert Eagle is like pretty much a 2-shot kill until you get up to like really long range for a handgun. So, in exchange for that, though, even though you have very high power, if you miss your shots, then you're pretty much fucked. So, each side obviously has its advantages and disadvantages. Personally speaking, because power pistols do require some sort of skill, like considerable amount of skill compared to like the spammable pistols you use, I consider the fact that power pistols are much harder to use than like those spammable pistols, because spammable pistols are really forgiving. Like, if you miss a shot, that's okay, because you can spam it, you can follow it up with like 7-8 more shots easily within like another second or two. But power pistols, yeah, it's pretty unforgiving, and if you miss your shot, most likely you're gonna be screwed in the ass by like another G23 or someone else with a USB tactical IC. But anyways, that's enough talk about power pistols. Now the M1911, the reason why I discussed like this contrast between spammable pistols and power pistols is the fact that the M1911 is a unique kind of pistol where it sits pretty much in the middle. It's got the characteristics of a spammable pistol in that it handles mechanics wise just like the K5 series and the G23 series. Like mechanics wise, like the reload speed or the reload animation, the sprint animation, the reload animation, the reload speed, all that, they're all pretty much similar, if not identical with each other. At least the M1911 is to like the G23, the K5 and whatnot. But it's sort of it's borderline power pistol, because it's a very high damage pistol per shot. At 45 damage per shot, oh by the way, it does cost 450 GP per day, so it's on the little bit more expensive side of things for in terms of like GP weapons, but I mean it is pretty powerful per shot. And let's see, on the damage side, it is very powerful for a pistol of its class. It's not exactly a power pistol because it only deals 45 damage, whereas most power pistols can easily do a 2-shot kill. But The M1911 is getting there at the 2-shot kill range, but it's not quite. It's a very strong 3-shot kill. But mechanics wise, the M1911 behaves like a spam pistol, like the G23 and whatnot. So that's why I kind of consider it to be straddling like the very middle of the pistol spectrum in combat arms. It's got, as you can see by statistics alone, it's got characteristics of both. Moving on to portability, it shares the same characteristic as the K5 and the G23, where it has very fast portability at 90. So once again, you can see that it's starting to share it definitely shares characteristics from each spectrum of the pistol spec, or yeah, basically each kind of end of the pistol spectrum in combat arms. Rated fire wise, it's very low at 35 for a spammable pistol though. It fires definitely faster than like a power pistol, like a revolver. Well, I'm pretty sure like a revolver. Or like a power pistol like the Desert Eagle, but it shoots considerably slower than like your normal spammable pistol like your G23 or K5, because on the M1911 there is definitely a fire rate limiter. At 35 rate of fire, it's obviously speaking, like statistics wise, it's 10 less than the G23, so obviously you know you're not going to be firing as fast as the G23, but it does still fire faster than most of the, pretty much all of the power pistols. So if you think about it, the M1911 Knights does have a very good kind of DPS per se, but because it only has 7 rounds in magazine, which I'll cover again later, I mean, it's pretty hard to, practically speaking, use the M1911s to great effect. It's more like it's an accuracy pistol is why I like to consider the M1911. So, and we'll get to that right in a second right now. The accuracy on the M1911 is a solid 65. Now, I believe that is more accurate than both the K5 and the G23. I believe the G23 had like either 56 or 60 or something like that. And the K5, it was nowhere near 65. That's for sure. But the M1911 has a very high accuracy for a pistol. So clearly, Nexon wanted us to use, or wanted the M1911 to behave like an accuracy pistol. It's got very high damage for a gun of its class. It's got relatively low rate of fire for a gun of this class, but at the same time it's got very high accuracy. So as you can see, these combination of statistics just caters to a very kind of ammo conservative and very accurate style of play with the M1911. You shouldn't go around spamming bullets like I am now. So in terms of gameplay, this is actually the exact opposite of what you should be seeing, if I can even speak that right. And yeah, but for gameplay's sake and for reviews, for the sake of the review, this is the best I can do. I don't really like the M1911 too much for myself, but I'm just here to give you guys an unobjective, or as a pure objective review as possible. I'll get to the subjective parts later on with like my frank personal opinions and whatnot. So, recoil. Moving on to recoil, it does have pretty high recoil though. At 65 recoil, you can definitely feel the recoil per shot. So, like I said, this just caters to the fact that the Nexon intends for us to use the M1911 as accuracy pistols. High recoil, low rate of fire, high accuracy, and high damage all cater to that. So I mean, you guys better just start using the M1911 as accuracy pistols if you guys haven't realized that before. And clearly, I still can't comprehend that. I'm still working on it though. Now let's move on to the other non-statistical aspects of the M1911. We'll talk more about the recoil before I forget that. Recoil spread, because it has low rate of fire, combined with its pretty fast center speed, just as it is for most handguns. The recoil spread you don't have to worry about too much. I would like to point out the fact that the recoil spread, like your hipfire spread, is very tight for a pistol. I believe it's tighter than it is on the G23 or the K5. Please correct me on that, but I feel like it is. And that just proves that it just keeps emphasizing the fact that Nexon really wants us to use the M1911 series as accuracy pistols. I mean, they did give it a tighter spread for a reason, and this must be why. Recoil Kickback. Because of its high recoil, you can definitely feel that the M1911 does have some kick to it per bullet. And as you can see, I mean, each bullet really takes your handgun up pretty high compared to like the G23 or the K5, you know. So definitely look out for the recoil kickback there. And recoil controllability, overall, the recoil controllability is pretty easy, but the thing is that it's got such a low ammo count that you must know how to control the recoil. It's not even an option. You must know how to control the recoil. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a chance to use the M1911s to their fullest extent because of their slow rate of fire and low ammo count. You better learn how to put those shots in. Otherwise, you're not gonna be killing anyone. Tap fire ability, well, it's a handgun, semi-automatic. Of course, it's going to have really good tap fire ability. I mean, M1911 is probably one of the best handguns for one-clicking, but then again, because of its low rate of fire, I mean, and low ammo count, it's kind of a toss-up. Sprint drawback. Sprint drawback, draw speed, center speed, reload speed. They're all similar to the G23 and the K5, or not the K5, the G23. So that we can just gloss over there. And ammo capacity is at a unique 7 rounds in a magazine and 14 rounds in reserve. So, like I said, it has low ammo count. So do use your rounds conservatively. This is not meant to be a spam pistol, and please don't treat it like it is, because you're gonna find yourself that you're gonna run out of ammo really quickly, even though the M1911 does have markedly lower rate of fire than the others. Well, this is going to conclude the M1911 review for this video. I will finish up the rest of the review on the M1911 Nights episode, because pretty much they're the exact same thing. I do get rage kicked here in this video because I'm owning too hard with the M1911. I don't know how I do, but anyways, I do get rage kicked. And see you guys in the next episode. I'll finish the review over there.